Right now, this is one of the most anticipated transfers that actually still isn't happened. So why Zidane so desperately want to see the Manchester United's midfielder in his team? Well, let's start from this. In the modern football, Pogba is probably the sole top player who can do everything on the pitch on a high level, not only in theory but also in practice. Attack, defense, score goals, tackle, dribble and run. You may argue that he doesn't show it on a constant basis, but it's a different matter, the problem which Zidane thinks he could solve. Paul's evident lack of application at Manchester United mostly stems from the poor form of his team. Meanwhile, the Frenchman is a type of footballer who strictly depends on his environment and must see the target in order to do his work with purpose and in the best possible way. The clearer he sees the goal, the better he plays. It's almost a rule. That's why Pogba is a different man in his national team in comparison with him at Old Trafford. Playing for France, he feels that the major success is real, whilst it's surely not the case at mightily struggling Manchester United. There is a little doubt that at the Santiago Bernabeu, when he will be, if he will indeed, a part of a well-functioning team guided by a highly skillful coach and aiming for some big trophies, we will see the best version of Pogba. On top of that, the World Cup winner has exactly the qualities Real and Zidane personally are looking for now, namely stamina, athleticism and the ability to defend in the middle of the pitch. In fact, last summer Real's issues at this department were even more prominent. In August and early September, the team looked absolutely helpless without the ball. Zidane masterfully localized this problem by inserting into the starting lineup Fede Valverde. With two industrious defensive-minded midfielders, the Spanish ground became much more solid at the back, although still there is a room to improve. And the recent game against PSG did show it very well. So Pogba certainly can add a lot in terms of quality and in terms of flexibility as well. Right now Zidane has to send Casemiro on the pitch every time, because without him the team is completely losing balance. The graphic shows that the Brazilian has played almost every minute in the current La Liga season, and Paul's possible arrival could give Casemiro a well-needed breather. On the other hand, they can easily play alongside each other, and it almost certainly would be a prolific partnership, which gives the team extra solidity in the extremely important strategic zone. Moreover, the acquisition of his compatriot will provide another option to Madrid's manager, with three central midfielders who can not only create but also disrupt. This scheme will be especially useful in the games on the road, particularly in the Champions League playoff. In the matches when the team is tired and needs to be protected, Zidane even could use a 4-4-2 pattern instead of his traditional 4-3-3, leaving up front only Karim Benzema and Eden Hazard. So what are the chances that Pogba become a Real player already in January? It mainly depends on two factors: the player's will and the amount of money which the Spanish club could afford to spend on his transfer. It's evident that Paul isn't keen on staying at Manchester United, but in order to actually leave the club, which is in a deep crisis, he must be much more forceful, incisive and adamant than it was last summer. At the same time, Real have to find somehow 115 million euro, probably slightly less, in order to match huge United's demands. The only obvious way to do it is to effectively sell at least two or three fringe players, Gareth Bale, James Rodriguez and Mariana, although it would be a tough test given that Florentino Perez unsuccessfully tried to do it half a year ago. One is for certain: Zidane will do his best in order to get Pogba.